So you learn to work on your moves, and I think that's once you get to the game, that's always been a big motivating factor for me, because I look at the quarterback and I think, you know what, I've had to put on these pads and bang against people all week, all year. You don't get hit, especially if you have a good offensive line. So I want to make you pay for all those things that I've had to go through that you haven't.
You talked about the 330-pound tackles. You weigh only, what, 275, 280?
Oh, you know what?
I
Actually,
say only because
right now I'm probably 260. So during the season, 268 to 272. Always get that. You're not as big as I thought you were. You know, that's the thing I get the most, which is a compliment.
But absolutely. But your leverage in getting up under tackles is really one of the key reasons for your success.
Well, I think for me it's been, I look at pass rushing as like an art. It's like chess. You know, you set a guy up, and my biggest thing, I've been very fortunate to have leverage and have strength. And but at the same time, I've studied Bruce Smith and Reggie White and LT and Tim. All the guys who.
What do you study when you watch?
I study their footwork. I study their technique. I study how they set guys up. I study how they get guys off balance. But then you have to find what works best for you. And I found what works best for me is I only have like one or two moves. And for some reason, it's kind of being a dancer, and you have one or two moves, and you throw a little something in there. Really. Is like a flash. Makes it look like you can do something really good and really groovy, but you really can't. And it's like deception. It's like chess. I show you something that you think I can do. I really probably can't to give you what I really want to do. And it's just like a mental game for me.
I read somewhere that sometimes instead of, in doing research on you, sometimes instead of moving from side to side, you rely on the old-fashioned bull rush.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, being that I'm only 270 during the season or whatever, and you have a guy who's 330, to me it's more of a battle of the will, because I know in his mind, he knows I'm going to bull rush. That's been one thing that everybody looks at me as a power rusher. And I know the first rush I have, he's thinking, I'm not going to let him bull rush me today. He's not going to do to me what I've seen him do to others. So that's the first thing I'll do. Just to push you back to the quarterback. I don't care if I get a sack on that play. I just want you to know in your mind that when I will myself to push you back there, that you're going to go. And there's nothing you can do about it. And then from that standpoint, once he thinks I can bull him, he's going to start to squat and get low. And once he gets low, then I can run around because his feet are stopped. So it's like I set him up with the bull rush so I can work outside on him and I can work inside on him. And it's really, the bull rush is the basis for everything I do.
Once you establish that, you feel like you can do.
Because you take a little bit of a guy's mojo away. If you're a boxer and you've never been knocked out, and then one guy knocks you out, you don't feel invincible.